Cheers, and welcome to the NooK on the Voluntary Virtues Network. I'm Steve, and I'm here today with Rob.
Hello.
Mike.
Hoy.
Christy.
Hi.
And Matt.
Yo.
Today I'm drinking Master of Disguise by Stone Brewery.
In Escondido, technically, right?
Yes.
This is actually one of those rare beers I think tastes better when it's warmer. I tried this ice cold and I thought it was awful. After it warmed up a little bit though, it actually has a stout taste because it has coffee and it has like really a mocha. Yeah. They mix like really coffee and cocoa into it, which gives it
really good. Yeah.
The concept is a blonde ale with coffee and cocoa to imitate a stout, an imperial stout. Which actually is a great idea. I don't think that I would have personally thought of that. So
you can't take credit for it.
Props to you guys. Yeah, props to you guys. That's some great brewing, right?
Yeah, it was a crazy good idea. It was one of the brewers over at Liberty Station that came up with this.
Oh, that's awesome.
There are officially no complaints from this beer. If I was to give it a grade, it's a 5 out of 5. I could have this every day of the week and be like, oh, it's delicious.
And see,
at 8.8% too.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you've got that nice little.
The job done.
You got that feel in there where you're just like, oh, this will get me messed up, but it's not something that's me like, oh, I'm over the edge all of a sudden. You know, like you can feel it coming. So yeah, it's Master of Disguise, Stone Brewery, delicious.
I do have one issue with the beer.
Huh?
I think we're out of it.
Oh no!
Damn!
Rob, did you get any?
No, I didn't.
Oh, we didn't get any.
Oh, wait, did we finish introductions?
Oh no, we didn't.
Okay, so
we got to Steve.
Oh, we did?
Christy.
Oh,
Matt.
No, I said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh, maybe
so,
we didn't do the beers. What we were doing.
Yeah, we just.
That was it.
I did quick introductions and then we talked about the beer.
Yes. Right.
That's all we talked about so far.
The guy with the cue cards. What's his?
That's right.
Somebody's not doing their job.
Did you mix them up, man?
So the moral of the show, instead of the moral of the story, which we will tell a story, is Libertopia. We just wrapped that up a couple days ago, and it was a blast.
Christy's still wearing your badge?
We've done it. We've done it every year. What is it for? Like 4 years now? That's our fourth, right? That was our fourth.
Yeah, this is our fourth.
That sounds accurate. Yeah.
It's been 5 years.
They've been doing it 5 years total.
In LA was the first year.
Yeah,
but it wasn't official till we showed.
Yeah, but I was about to say it didn't count until we were there.
The first one was more of a pilot episode.
Yeah, definitely the pilot. We're not going to air this. When we get down to San Diego, that's when the shit's golden right there. Yeah.
No, I would have liked to go on the first one just to see what it was
same
like.
here. I would have too.
I heard about it about 2 weeks before it was going to happen, and I was thinking about it. I did the math, and I didn't have the money for it, but I was that close to going for the first year. But
yeah, I've always had a good time at Libertopia. Last year was a little more of a battle, but this year was brilliant. Leaps and bounds.
A little bit more of a battle, but so much more fun with a couple extra stories.
Nobody's going to bring us down. We don't need to tell that story.
We don't need to bring that up. That was last year. We're talking about this year, right?
If we're going to start talking about embarrassing stories, Mike, maybe talk about Saturday.
That was my hook, and I took the hook. Okay, so should we start on Thursday night? We should start Thursday night to put this in context, right?
Yeah, start at the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. So Thursday night. Libertopia, because that was our fourth year. I was under the impression, wrongly, strangely.
Oh, this is last year you're talking
about?
No,
I'm talking about this year.
Okay, got it.
All right, so Thursday, I was a little bit wrong. I assumed that there weren't going to be that many people at the hospitality suite Thursday night. Turns out
it was packed.
Me and my hard lemonade, we did well. The bottle of tequila was gone. At
Mike's
the end of
lemonade.
Mike's Hard Lemonade. AID, by the way, lemonade. And so as not to interfere with any sort of certain rules and regulations about paperwork and what you can and cannot have as a logo. Anyways, so made the mistake, which I had told myself every year previously, don't get all fucked up the first night. So I got all smashed the first night. And, forgot that rule that I told myself.
I'm pretty sure we were all pretty smashed first night.
Thursday night, the first night, everybody who was on security pretty much had maybe a one too many. Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
If not maybe one too, maybe, in my case, maybe two too many. And so the thing is that I have a tendency to hide things when I'm drunk.
Hide them?
Yeah, I hide things when I'm drunk. I don't know what it is because I'm assuming if I'm really drunk, I'm a little bit worried that there's a possibility I may black out. And so I think to myself, if I don't have my full faculties, perhaps I should hide the objects which are on me so that nobody else will find them either.
So Mike hit
So that was Thursday night.
Yeah,
so
Thursday night,
so
Mike
I
hit
hit some
something.
stuff Thursday night that we were looking for.
Easter eggs.
Well, yeah,
Well, Matt and
Easter
I
eggs.
come in on Friday and we're like,
We want some Easter eggs.
we were looking for Easter eggs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
whatever they might be. We go in and I'm like, it's not where I left it.
Yeah.
And there was a trash can near where I had left them. And they were in like a paper bag. So I'm like, oh crap, did somebody throw these away? We're like digging through trash cans and calling people up who were there last night. And completely freaked out, searching the entire place. And we're like, you know what? God damn it. These things, it's just gone. They're gone. And all that time we put into making it, everything, all gone. Everything's gone. The whole weekend's ruined.
Pushing those bunnies.
ruined by Friday morning, the whole festival, right?
We had to mix all the ink to paint them and everything. Those are the coolest Easter eggs. How could we have lost
Best
those?
Easter eggs you've ever had.
Then right when we're at the point where we're kind of like starting
Giving
to
up?
get, we're at the point where we've resolved that we've lost these. Mike walks in and he's like, hey guys, remember when I said that I sometimes hide things when I'm drunk?
Yeah.
Mike couldn't help but hide the Easter eggs.
Yeah,
He was like, I am a pro at hiding the Easter eggs.
yeah, and they were gone.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
And found them again. Keep in mind, the whole time I'm looking for the Easter eggs, I'm walking around the room going, epic brownie search, epic brownie search, because like it's just like, because in my head,
You mean
Easter eggs.
Easter
no,
eggs.
they were
Easter-
we're talking about the
Easter
brownies.
eggs.
That's a different story. But so I'm going around because I had something else stuck in my head. I'm thinking like epic brownie search, epic brownie search, and everybody's like, what are you doing? I'm just like, I'm just singing a song, But in my head, I'm starting to think, I'm like, don't tell them that you hid them and you can't find them. Don't tell them that because they're gonna get super mad. so don't tell. Yeah.
It was even worse because I thought that because I left them next to the trash can in a brown paper
went
sack,
into the garbage.
that they went into the garbage and it was all my fault.
That's right.
So I was feeling like shit, and all this time it was my fault. Mike's fault.
Easter
This guy
egg
over here, yeah.
hiding.
Apparently hid the
Carried
Easter
them
eggs
from
in
the
a bad
garden
spot.
to the room,
So
knowing how that they were very valuable.
Let's have a
We're
seat.
in the middle of a
Podcast.
So-
yeah. Oh, we're doing a
no, but
podcast.
hey, thanks.
But we shall.
It's
Yeah.
all good.
Hey, right on, brother. Nice to meet you.
Welcome. Yeah.
Right door over there. Go in there and take
And
a left
there's
after the door.
Beers in
and,
the
yeah.
fridge and
Beers in the fridge.
Yeah.
Lots of people.
I'm
to
Golf
Christy.
There's people
in the
inside.
fridge.
Yeah, you can go in the fridge. Yeah, just go and take them.
Right
Nice to
on
meet you.
McDonald's.
Yes.
More people.
Yes.
New people every day, always good. So yeah, hit the Easter eggs when I was singing a song about brownies, and found the Easter egg. Said I was really sorry. Specifically, really felt bad about it. I'm like, hey guys, I just want to let you know I love you really a whole lot, a whole much. It's done.
Matt
Didn't do it on
Mike
purpose.
did it to the perfect time too. We were so glad to have found those that we weren't even mad. We're like, yes, thank you, Mike, for finding them.
Yeah.
You became a hero.
was-
You are
it
a
was-
hero. You found the
Let me
Easter
just hide
eggs.
things in the future and find them later, and everybody's gonna love me apparently. So Yeah, no, it was.
times.
Yeah, that was a blast Thursday night. So
then Friday night.
So wait, are we gonna wait?
Are we gonna go-
Are we going from
let's go to
Are we going
Friday.
from
Let's
Thursday
go
night, or
Friday.
should we go to Friday morning at
Friday
the point
morning.
when everybody came to consciousness and realized what had happened?
That would be a good idea.
Yeah. So maybe we kind of covered Friday morning already, like talking about the search.
There's one thing I have to say.
That's why I was saying Friday.
And some people, and the people who matter,
Will
the
understand.
people who are there will understand. Never go full brownie.
Yeah. Don't go full brownie,
never,
Not
ever.
That's
full
it.
brownie.
That's definitely
Ever.
That's definitely the story. For
Not even half brownie. Quarter's even too
So
much.
many
No.
carbs. Yeah,
Like
those,
an
so
eighth,
many
maybe.
carbs in those.
Oh,
like
8
so
hours,
many.
8 hours
I
down.
had such
Yeah.
a sugar high. Oh my
that
God.
insulin
That sugar
response,
was
man.
just amazing.
I-
Oh my God.
Can
What
you
did
make-
I
do
put
you
in
have any
those?
idea
What
how
They
much
were
sugar?
very rich
Yeah.
brownies.
They were. Oh my
The chocolate content.
You have no idea how much sugar was in those
Double
brownies. It was pretty
chocolate.
wild.
Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
God. I had it. Yeah.
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 so
So I want to ask, what were your favorite, what were your favorite talks during the weekend?
I really liked
Saturday.
Kokesh's. I mean, I thought it was
there for
good.
his. Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch a whole lot. I liked it though. See, that's no, not of his. I mean, the number of speeches I got to watch was kind of on the low end. But the thing about that is, I like Libertopia in the fact that there are plenty of conversations
There's
to be had.
tons of
Yeah.
them.
And
yeah.
I
People from all around the country that you
and all
only get to see
different,
maybe once a year.
the
Yeah.
dilemma that I always have is
Picking
I want to
one
keep
person.
talking to all these people,
Yeah.
but I also want to go listen to this
Yeah.
topic.
Yep. Yeah.
The difference between the two is the talks that are recorded are going to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
The ones
Well-
that are happening in the
actually,
hospitality suite
Well,
are not going to be recorded.
Hopefully they'll be on
No, they're
YouTube.
It won't be
recorded
had
all
again.
of
You
them,
got,
right?
the problem with the being on YouTube.
That's something else.
No, no,
No, but the problem with them
If we
being
had a
on
camera
YouTube.
there the whole time.
No, the
is-
talk
Woo!
Wait, wait, listen.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
all
we
the-
may not want to put those on YouTube.
You guys,
Yeah,
this
no,
is,
majority of
wait.
those should not go on YouTube.
Wait, guys, we're not going to have parties on YouTube, but this is really an
Especially
important point.
Saturday night.
Yeah, especially not Saturday night.
The topics are not generally put on YouTube until we have somebody who can actually do the post editing to it.
Yeah.
And we need people
I
who
thought
can
Red-
fund. No,
I
we
thought
need,
Red Pill
Yeah, but we
Productions
need
was
people
doing
to
that.
fund that. We need people who will step up and fund the post editing. So if you can do it, please help fund one that you want to see. They're all done. The raw film is done. Then we need people to post edit it. So if you can help fund that, we would love that. So please, that's just my, yeah. So if you want to see the videos, you got to help fund it or provide service to help do the post editing.
This is all volunteer.
It's
effort.
all volunteers. This is
Yeah.
like not, it's an expense. The whole thing is an expense.
A lot of people
Yeah.
work hard to
Yeah.
make it go
Yeah.
smoothly and
A
make
lot
it a
of
good
a lot of
time.
people work really hard. Among many people that I can think of off the top of my head, and I can guarantee you I'm not going to mention everybody because my memory is not that good. Unfortunately, I wish it was. But I mean, you've got people like Rob who's doing the techie stuff,
Fun.
which by the
Techie
way,
stuff.
which one of many people doing techie stuff that trust me.
Invaluable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I would never be able to do. It's like, oh, well, so even like a camera that I've never been exposed to, it's going to take me an hour to figure out all the little ins and outs of it. Whereas you've got people like Rob, Kevin.
Yeah.
Paul Gibbons.
Paul
Paul
Gibbons. Oh my
Gibbons.
God, he's
He's
amazing.
been there.
That's Red
He's
Pill,
been there
right?
every year
Isn't-
I've been there.
yeah.
So yeah,
That's Red Pill, right? Red Pill.
I'm not sure.
I think he and Athena are Red Pill.
they're
I think.
I think you're right.
I think he and Athena are Red Pill.
at least
Yeah.
they work together quite
Yeah.
often. So
Yeah.
And I think we'd all be remiss if we didn't mention Claudia.
Oh my
course.
God.
She seriously
Oh
was
my
working
God.
from
Wow.
like 7 in the morning
hire her
until
as
midnight.
an amazing chef, just for
Non-stop.
your parties.
Or man.
You know, really.
And I think some people might think that we're exaggerating on Claudia's contribution
Oh God.
when we say that she was cooking the whole
Really
time.
nonstop. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
And good
She was,
food.
Yes.
She was
Yes.
okay.
Is-
Literally, Claudia never made it into
order.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she never made it into the main hall. This is the person that
Yeah.
was cooking for the event, and she never made it into the main hall until the last day, right after Jeffrey Tucker finished speaking at 6:00 p.m. Sunday night. So from Thursday night till Sunday afternoon, she never actually
in your heart to
made
donate
it into the main
to the
hall.
Claudia Fund. It would be really great.
And we're not talking like she made like a pot full of
money.
No, I mean like a pot full of like food or something.
It was all custom.
Everything was made to order and gourmet. Like everything fresh.
We love you, Claudia.
Yes, we love you,
Claudia. Yes. Cheers to Claudia, man.
I had beer in there.
You were awesome.
Wonderful job whole weekend. Still amazing. I mean, do all that, and then it's like, and eggs and omelets Sunday morning. You know,
every morning she was doing
that's what I'm saying. Like every morning, it was omelets. It was a wonderful thing that I think maybe last year maybe didn't get enough credit for, but she did the same thing last year too, and
it was a little bit more stressful last year.
Yeah, there were some issues last year. Yeah. Little bit.
This year went much smoother. We didn't have any real arguments with the hotel staff at all. They were very generous to us about. We did
even
get some,
Saturday night.
Even Saturday night when we got pretty loud. They offered us to go hang out away from hotel rooms.
Which brings us to the Saturday night story. How should we start Saturday night story?
Well, no. First, before we get to that, I want to talk about more about the talks a little bit.
Okay, fair enough.
Anybody else have
the talks?
A talk that they
really
like?
I really like the Donald Duck one. And it really,
Donald Duck?
Wait, what?
Yes, it had to do with the
Donald Duck was there. You missed him?
McQuack or whatever McDuck guy.
Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck.
I used to watch DuckTales. I'm dating myself. Fine.
Idea how wonderful these stories are. I mean, they're amazing stories that we need to pass on. That were there in the 40s when they saw this tragedy coming on to us. They were telling these stories like, guys, no, let's teach our children not to be self-sufficient, to not rely on government, to see some of the stuff going on.
I mean,
and these are great tales. I mean, I want to find them, and I'm going to
put it. Like in Donald Duck?
Yes.
I mean,
well, it's
not to get too off topic, but I mean,
Scrooge McDuck. Yeah.
You get into news journalists, 20s and 30s, and animation 20s and 30s. Again, try not to get off topic there, but they knew it was coming. Everybody saw it.
It was amazing.
I mean, people knew, when they put Hitler on Time magazine, they were just like, "What? Ooh. That guy's the man of the year?" They knew he was a fascist.
No, hold on. To be fair, though, the man of the year for Time magazine is not the best person of the year.
Hey, there's one good thing that guy did.
He's the most influential person of the year.
Well, and then on top,
and sometimes that's a bad person.
But Steve,
and on top of that,
Hitler did one good thing. He killed Hitler.
Or maybe not. He could have lived in South America for many years. I don't know.
Oh, Argentina, the whole Argentinian flea conspiracy thing. It's a possibility.
We should get back on.
Anyways, so Saturday night. What happened Saturday night?
Wait, I got one.
I don't.
Okay, Rob, go. Okay,
So I was kind of limited in what talks I could see because I was had to help out with the speakers in one room. So I was limited to the one room for most of the time. Mm-hmm. But the one talk that did surprise me was Davi Barker.
Oh, yeah.
Davi's a good dude.
I wanted to see that talk.
Not only smart, but he's a funny guy, too. If you ever talk to him a little bit,
Davi
will make
you laugh. So many ideas, so creative.
His talk was about the zombie genre, which I had never really paid any attention to because I didn't understand it. It didn't really do much for me.
Right.
But he made this amazing connection between that whole genre, zombies, and democracy. And it's kind of this innate fear that people have of democracy. Because the zombies represent this mob, that you can't control, and they, they're the majority. Yeah. And they're out to
eat you.
Exactly.
Like
So I thought that was a really neat connection.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That is.
That's cool.
It is.
No, my favorite talk was John Bush. He talked about freedom cells, this idea of where you got 8 to 12 people, and in your immediate area you may have 10 to 12 of these little cells. And in the greater area, you might have 10 to 12 of these bigger cells. And how that can be used to form, and then you have your larger cell, which is like 800 to 1,200 people who then can connect, nationally.
Now, is it like minds that connect?
Right.
Which is when then makes it organic.
Exactly.
That's the important part.
Yeah, it really is.
That sort of thought process of your it is multiplying up.
Right.
I think a lot of people look at that as maybe a hierarchical structure, but it doesn't need to have to be.
No, we're not talking about hierarchy.
No,
we're talking about one level.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That
across,
it doesn't have to be.
Right.
But I think some people would think of that like, oh, well, you're saying you're branching out. People think like, oh, so there's one person who's the leader of a group, and they're going out to another. No. We're simply saying that you have a certain number of group of people, and you go, well, I should really maybe talk to somebody else. Just because that person simply writes an email, sends a text message to another group and another person, doesn't mean they're the leader. It's just simply that was the guy who was like, oh, I've got some extra time today.
Right.
Or I have a good idea.
Or I have a good idea. Just simply spread the message.
It's really great, and you can work independently while also working as a group.
Yeah.
To bolster up your
to move forward on what,
exactly. I thought that was a really good idea.
Yeah.
Somewhat because that's kind of what we're already doing here in San Diego.
Yeah.
We have our core group that's maybe 10 to 20 people, and then we have a peripheral group that's like 150 or so. And yeah, it's
or more, because they just don't know it yet.
We don't do a census, so
there's
no census.
And you've got plenty of people.
Volunteers.
That's right.
Well, I think it would be great.
Volunteering volunteers.
I was talking to people who would like to join a group like this, but who live too far away.
I think
it would be great if in your own area you formed a group
of 8 or 12.
That's how this started. Was there was a group.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a drive for a few of us, and we thought, hey, you know what, we should start meeting up closer to home, and
exactly.
That's how this started. So,
did you guys get to see when John Bush? He has this reality TV series called.
Sovereign Living. Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
That was very good. Very well done.
I meant to go watch that. I didn't get a chance.
Yeah, it was kind of exciting. We got to last year. He showed us episodes 1, 2, and 3, and this year we got to see number 4.
Yeah. So did I not see one that we saw at the house?
No, you missed it.
You missed number 4.
I was going to tell you about that. Yeah.
Are they online or anything? Is there a way to watch?
I think I have access.
Are they online?
Well, they did
They're
well.
online.
Access to it.
They're online somewhere, but you have to be a donor.
Yes.
And I'm a donor, so I have access. I can show you.
They're very well done. Though.
So I would think
but they're done now, I think, because they weren't able to
get financing for it.
Well, there were some problems in the group and stuff. They explained it this weekend, but so
Jeffrey Tucker's closing speech was also very good, mentioning the fact that we're starting to get more intellectual sharing ideas instead of getting angry and aggressive toward others.
Oh, that is
That's
so
true.
That is vital, I think.
It is huge.
I think there's been
Yes.
over the past few years, there's definitely been a lot of people are over being angry and now just really thinking about how do we really solve these problems that I was so mad about. And we've had the time and the brain power from all these people to do so.
Yeah. Can we see something from another perspective? Can we include everybody? How do we do it?
That's another great thing about things like Libertopia. We have all these people who do believe in a voluntary society getting together and figuring out, hey, what have you guys come up with, in the past year?
Right.
In some cases, you don't see the person for a year, and it's always interesting talking to them, seeing how somebody's really changed their view of voluntarism over the past year,
Mm-hmm.
It's really synchronitous too,
or something.
because
we can add a couple vowels in there. We can. A couple of extra vowels will make a good word. Okay.
But I always am encouraged to see that other people, when we get together in groups like Libertopia, people around the country, are really on the same wavelength that I'm at. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everyone goes through different stages when they first get involved in the liberty movement, and it's really interesting to see when you move to a next level and then get together with other people and find out that they've moved to that same level as well.
Yeah, I think that's important. I have a tendency to really hone in on people who are at the anger stage. And like, I mean, seriously, like, if somebody's talking to me and they start getting angry about something, like I've done, not in an aggressive way, but I've literally, like, you know, grabbed people by the shoulders and been like, all right, why are you mad? Like, I've seriously, like, stopped people mid-conversation, not shook them by the shoulder, but just simply put my hands on their shoulder and be like, why are you angry? You know? And then, you know, they start talking about it. I go, okay, you got to get past that. You can't get mad at the whole world. You know, that's not going to stop, you know, what's going on in your life or why you're angry.
I think it's kind of a redirect. It's like if we create something new and we step into that new, the old will just fall away.
Well, the other thing, too.
So it's like the anger. If you let go of the anger, it's just...
When you're talking about something calmly and you have a calm perspective on it and you're expressing it to other people who haven't heard such ideas before, it's going to be much more acceptable. Like, someone's going to be like, wow, this is nice. Like, this all makes sense, and they're not going to be like. They're not going to feel like they're challenged.
People are angry because they can't.
I know.
Fix.
I understand why they're
angry. They can't fix what is, because you can't fix what is.
I was at the angry phase.
We have to create something totally new.
I feel that.
And the totally new is very peaceful. And if you can stand in the totally new, it's like, oh, okay, I can do that.
Once you realize there are a ton of people who do want to live like this, and you can go find them and hang out with them.
A ton of people.
Then it's much easier when you realize not everyone's crazy.
Right. Well, we're a little crazy, but.
Or you're not the only one who's crazy.
You're not the only. Yeah, either not everyone's crazy or I'm not the only one
that's a psychopath.
Right.
Yes.
I think a couple of things that should be mentioned somewhere along the line here to completely get off topic, whatever it may be. We were talking. I mean, I don't know.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Blah blah blah.
Libertopia.
Yeah, we're talking about Libertopia.
All things Libertopia.
Well, we're getting there. That is definitely a part of this transition.
Okay, all right.
But I wanted to mention a couple people that I particularly enjoy, and both of them have been to Libertopia for, I think, ever since it's been in San Diego, if my memory serves me correctly. And I think one of them for sure doesn't get enough credit because I've talked to many people and they've never actually checked out the website or even heard of it. And so that's going to be the first one I'm going to mention is Angela Keaton from antiwar.com.
Oh, yeah.
She's an amazing speaker, and she doesn't compromise, and she says what's on her mind even when it may very well offend the audience. And it's very hard to offend an audience at a libertarian gathering. It is very hard to do. And Angela Keaton has done it many times. And you think like, oh, well, people might be like, oh, Angela Keaton, that sounds like somebody I don't want to deal with. No, Angela Keaton is a very wonderful person and has done a lot of work.
She's really amazing.
Yeah, probably amazing is a good way to put it. And has done a lot of work and doesn't sit there and when she has her time to talk at Libertopia, and again, she's been there for 4 years now, ever since we've been doing Libertopia, she doesn't sit there and talk about Angela Keaton and what Angela Keaton is up to. She talks about what is going on in the world, and she did give a very good update on what has happened with antiwar.com and the weird investigation from the FBI, which
really?
Yeah,
they're tapping their phones and everything.
And their emails and all that. And that
please, somebody fund that YouTube video. Okay?
Yeah, and do if you have money.
Donate to the antiwar.com.
Don't be afraid to give it to antiwar.com because allegedly the FBI is watching them, because you know what, if you're giving antiwar.com,
I don't think it's allegedly.
Yeah, they are, but I mean it's to the point, to the extent of at this particular date, whatever, because you never know what the feds are up to. They may change their mind and say fuck it because they're bored, right? Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is I mean, if you have some extra change, $20, $100, if you've got a good paying job, whatever, give it to, that's, probably one of, a very close list of 10 organizations in this community that I want to give to is antiwar.com. I think Freedom's Phoenix could always use some spare change for sure. And Ernie Hancock is always a good speaker.
So many people there that I'd love to give a shout out to.
And that's the thing. I mean, we've sit here for our good solid half hour, and we're sitting here thinking like, oh no, we're getting close to the end of it already. We haven't even talked about everything.
Such a good time, yeah.
But I think the point should be shed that, of course, we had plenty of wonderful conversations at Libertopia, and I think some of them did kind of verge on the idea of robot sentience and what robots can and cannot do with their lives.
Of course, that always came up.
Yeah.
So that came up often. And in fact, we got an interview.
Yes.
We have an interview with Scott Beezer, who does a webcomic called quantumvibe.com. That's the website, quantumvibe.com. The book, obviously, is called Quantum Vibe. And, it does take place in the future to where we're having robots that are aware of their existence and that they believe that they're alive. And I think if you believe that you're alive, you're probably alive,
That's his
right?
book? He's got a book.
Well, it's a web comic.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
This is where the idea. This is where the idea of robot sex first
I didn't know where it
came into the ethos.
All right,
We've had a lot of
We need to
demands.
have you on here, Scott.
We have.
So that's the thing.
We
Next,
got him.
coming
No,
up at the end of our bit here, we've got the whole
Yeah.
interview with Scott Beezer.
Yeah,
So
this
he's going
is
to tell
a
us about
teaser.
robot sex.
This is going to be a teaser for the robot sex episode.
Which you don't know when it is. We don't know when
This is
it
just the origins of the robot
Right.
sex
Very
topic.
cool.
And
It may or may not be at the end of this
For all
video.
you-
We don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
for all you fans, we've had a lot of questions and demands for the robot sex episode. I think every week we get people texting and messaging us, where's the robot sex episode?
We will do it eventually.
Yes.
And we will
yes.
talk about robot sex eventually.
But who we did talk to robot sex about was Scott Beezer.
We decided to go up here and do an interview today with Scott Beezer. He's author of Quantum Vibe. It's a graphic novel, and I've been reading it on and on for the past. How long you been doing it? A year and a half?
I almost forgot when I started. It was like early in